what's the deal, fam? It's your man Ease. Back part two. De La Soul's Cabin in the Sky reaction. Next track is Run It Back, which I've already done a video on. I'll put that at the end of the video, of this video. So we're going to go into different world. The production literally makes you feel as though you're in a different world. Pete Rock did his thing. Soulful, smooth. The snare layered with like a clap or a shaker or maraca. Crisp kick cutting through the mix precisely. Hi-hat has a nice swing. Uh, a partially used open hi-hat as well. Bass line is silky smooth, as Pete Rock always does. Perfect placement for the groove. This is Pete Rock, ladies and gentlemen. This is who he is. As far as the lyrics go, feels free, calm, more centered. The individual is coming from the perspective of used to be trapped in stress and a dark way of thinking, but they feel much more free. No more force and toughness. It's a new mental world in a sense, you know. Second verse would be like struggle to cry, but feel guided by the ones that they lost. Things we can all take from this, you know, just practical thinking or practical living strategies, you know, about losing someone. It feels like losing a limb to gain an angel. Strength sometimes becomes emotional hiding. It's mature writing, and you get a sense that it's very sincere and heartfelt. I know for a fact that it is. Just listen to that song. For some people, this is their favorite song on the album, Different World. So next track we have Patty Cake. As far as the production goes, has some live human sounding claps, very authentic. Keyboard preset that sounds like a vintage board. Warm, unique, little tremolo speeds, feels like it was played with a bit. Bassline rattles, but never overwhelms the production. Perfect for the chord progression. This is hip hop. This is De La Soul. Kick comes through, and then we have like sort of like an old school breakbeat feel as far as the drums go. I love the fact that they stack elements within their production or songs, but it doesn't feel cluttered, man. It's like it's mastery. It's definitely something to acknowledge or just be a fan of. Even going back to their early work with Prince Paul, a bunch of samples being used, but it didn't sound like clutter. I've always respected that about them. As far as this, the lyrics go for Patty Cake, becomes a metaphor, Patty Cake that is, for hope in a collapsing world. At least that's what I heard. People clinging to fake protection instead of healing. You know, I love that open-mindedness or just, once again, practical thinking. Broken spirits lead to broken relationships and bodies. Everybody wants a piece of the pie, but greed replaces community, which is sad, right? That's the world we live in. But listen, that's the type of stuff I was getting from this particular song. Patty Cake is very inviting. They're not, even if they use a term that we're familiar with, they're just not corny individuals. It don't seem forced. It just feels so authentic. De La Soul, salute to y'all, man. Next, we have Silent Life of Truth. The production, DJ Premier, the Sonics are there, sir. Kick hits hard, snare, hi-hat on point. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of the beat itself, the creation of it, but the Sonics, no critique at all. But I will say also that based on Pasa's verse, this type of beat is needed to fit his flow and his delivery. So it works. Scratches are precise, clean, minimal. Um, Once again, any more elements, Pasta would have probably sounded drowned it out based on the flow that he used. So Silent Life of Truth, production, commendable. I like the Sonics. The lyrics, truth is everything, but yet it's steady and patient. People hide truth, choose fairy tales, protecting kids from reality. The truth breaks through every single time. You know, that's something we should all remember. Truth in relationships gets twisted. Honesty to one, lies to another. But once again, truth breaks through every time. You know, truth itself lives in books, hearts, and your soul. Young people meet lies before wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom on this album, man. But truth always wins when lies crumble. Practical things you could apply to your daily life. De La Soul, Cabin in the Sky, ladies and gentlemen, a phenomenal piece of work. Let's keep it going. NF, another DJ Premier produced track. When I heard this, very dreamy, luxurious, exquisite sample, makes you smile instantly. At least for me, I loved it. Perfect sequencing after the previous track. Sonics are very clear, concise, and solid. Yes, punchy kick, clean snare with ghost notes on the snare. Hi hat pattern is playful, not steady. Natural feel. Simple things make the song that much greater. Salute to DJ Premier. As far as the lyrics go, chasing fame while surrounded by jealousy is not a good thing. Even truth gets stolen when he tries to rise. Envy becomes his own character. Loud when you shine. Smart folks dumb themselves down, which is never good. Black Thought is speaking about women show love, men grow jealousy. World full of unstable, loud, and empty people just talking to hear themselves speak. Survival becomes about money and hunger. Black Thought was going off on this, man. And he sound great on DJ Premier production as well. Next song we have Believe in Him. This sounds like a late 90s, early 2000s gospel record when they attempted to cross over, but it sounds updated. But at the same time, doesn't sound forced or corny, which is that's De La Soul. They can pull things off that most individuals can't. Bass line in the pocket, tambourine swinging, faint in the background. Keyboard stabs simple but effective. I believe Super Dave West did this as well. Bridge is fire. He opened up the hi-hat. Bass line walks up. Choir and female vocalists definitely elevate the song. As far as the lyrics go, I will say faith quiets fears. In doubt, always reach for guidance. Life is a battlefield. Survival can be tough, but thinking on a higher power will always remind you that someone is watching your back. You know, great record. I like this record a lot. Next song we have Yours, which is vintage Pete Rock, man. And you got the ruler on there. I will start with Slick Rick, right? Slick Rick, anyone in hip hop history, at least for me, as far as the preservation of their voice goes, has anyone done it better? He still sounds like it's the 80s. Salute to Slick Rick. As far as the production go, hybrid production, hip hop with melody, could go rap or R&B. Funky bass line, drums in pocket, inviting top line melody. Slick Rick sounds perfect on this once again. If I could choose, sum this up in 2 words, the production is complex simplicity. Pete Rock, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Phillips, the Chocolate Boy Wonder. As far as the verses go, stop chasing validation. Actions speak louder than upbringing. Confidence becomes anyone's fuel. And respect elders, but trust your own route. He was dropping a lot of nuggets and wisdom to the youngsters, how they were once young too, you know, and they were in, or he was in their position, and how the elder statesmen should also give the route, but not be so judgy. Great song. I love this. I also forgot to mention that Common went absolutely crazy on this. Like, if this is a preview to the Auditorium Volume 2, we're in for a treat. We are in for a treat. Next song we have Palm of His Hands. Production is reminiscent of like Robert Glasper playing piano and Roy Ayers on the vibraphones. You know, that came to mind because I remember I seen Pete Rock, Robert Glasper, and Roy Ayers at Harlem Stage, which was a tribute to Roy Ayers. So that came to mind. It was that type of vibe, like they're playing in an intimate setting or intimate venue. Drums are crisp. Every element has space. Feels like a live, intimate setting, like I stated. Bassline anchors everything with subtle movement. As far as the lyrics go, older artists aging with wisdom, reflection on roots, family, and love, reject shortcuts. And it's also okay to admit your flaws and be open-minded to lessons, you know, because we're all blessed with gifts. And theirs happen to be rhyming. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Palm in your hands. And Bilal is an unsung hero. A lot of people just forget how crafty and talented he is. His talent has no bounds. Whether you want to do traditional jazz, R&B, soul, Doesn't matter. Bilal can make it happen. Just type in his name, go through the records he's been on, and it's an array of different sounds. Very unique tonality. Salute to Bilal. Did his thing on this track. Next song, Cabin in the Sky. Production, uplifting, airy chord stabs. I love the vocal sample. It adds soul within the verse and the hook. Played out masterfully. Drum slap, funky bass line. What more could you ask for? As far as the written word goes or the lyrics, tears don't block faith. It's okay to be open with your emotions. Honor those who's passed on, and this song is totally about that. Memories stay permanent. Hardship arrives early, but wisdom grows. You know, I love that. Send love upwards to those that you've lost, and people vanish from life quickly. That's why we should take the time to really cultivate and respect and not take relationships for granted. Show individuals exactly what they mean to you every single day, man. De La Soul, so, man, listen, man, this type of album will have you reflect on your own life and it will force you, if you listen and if you're open minded, to become a better human being. You know, last track is Don't Push Me. This is all Dave to sum up the album or to bring it all together. He did the production, he did the chorus, and it was just him rhyming. You start the album with orchestral elements, you end it that way. Magical. It's very soul stirring. Funky swing on the hat, snare slap, boom kick, but it's not interfering with the bass. As far as the verses go, it's playful but painful to hear him. You know, like it just like I said, soul stirring. Salute to him and his entire family. Dave really bodied this track, man, for real. I love the melodic approach on the hook. Even has some harmonies on that too. Dave Soul, once again, man, they're musicians. They aren't just rappers. They understand music. And like I stated, Dave did everything on here. He produced it, and he was the writer. And I think it was a beautiful thing for them to do that. Have him close out the album, and they said, "Thank you, Dave, Giancarlo Esposito." So for me, this is a phenomenal album. It's definitely top three or two albums I heard this year. It's soulful, full of wisdom. It has grief in there, joy, craftsmanship, celebration, soul stirring, ebbs and flows, emotional roller coaster. But it doesn't make you feel as though it gives you hope in the end. You know, the production is elite. The lyrics are grown, reflective, honest, spiritual, transparent, and this is legacy music for legacy artists. First ballot Hall of Famers, De La Soul, Long Island Stand Up, Amityville, salute to Mass Appeal, salute to Pastano, salute to Maceo, R.I.P. to Dave, Boy the Dove, and we appreciate y'all. Phenomenal album.